Hey everyone, just doing a quick video. I want to talk about handling baby boas today. I was talking to a friend of mine and he was mentioning that he was getting bit by quite a few of his baby boas. And this is a pretty common thing to happen with baby boas. At this size, they are pretty bitey. They're not aggressive, they're just being defensive, and they're very food oriented. So you gotta think, for a snake this size and how big we are, we're coming into their home, their little tub, we're pulling them out, opening up the drawers and disturbing them, and then we just reach in there and pick them up. They're pretty defensive. They don't know what's going on. They're not used to handling a whole bunch at this size, and in the wild at this size, everything is a predator to them. So the only defense they have is to flee or to bite. And in tubs like this, there's nowhere for them to flee. So they go to the next thing, and that's to use their mouth. They bite. The other reason that they bite is because they learn to associate that drawer opening with food. Every time we open up the drawer, we put a mouse in there, we put a rat in there, whatever we're feeding. So they learn that opening up the drawer, time to get fed. And what's the first thing they see? Is our nice warm hand and our fingers extended, and they think that that's a nice juicy mouse or juicy rat for them to eat. So I'm going to show a method that I learned a few years ago watching the Boaphile Jeff Ronnie's videos. And what he does is he takes an open palm with his fingers closed like this and covers the snake's head and goes in there and picks it up with the other hand. And I've been using this method with all these snakes, and so far I'm zero for getting bit picking them up like this. So I'll go in and I'll cover the snake's head and I'll pick it up, and some of these snakes are still pretty tense. So I'll just hold them in my hand until they kind of loosen up and start to cruise around. I'm not going to be poking at them or prodding at them or trying to stretch them out, because that's kind of where they'll tag you as well. So, Doug, this is your female. This is Annery number 3. This girl is het for VPI, and she'll be coming to you next week. So here's a quick little demonstration. So I cover the snake's head with this hand, and I pick up the body with my other hand, and just like that, out she comes. No hissing, no biting, no striking, no nothing. It's because you're presenting them with this great big target that they don't really have anywhere to bite. Now, if you go in there with open fingers, they're going to probably queue up onto one of your fingers, and you're probably going to end up getting bit. So go in there with a closed finger, open hand, cover the snake's head, and pick it up. So we can do a couple more just to show that this works. So this works really well. If they're trying to escape out of their bin, you just give them that big target, open hand, closed fingers, and they'll shrink right back down. All right, now for those of you who are at the the WCRE this fall, this is the girl that was drawing all the attention on that bottom row, the bottom right hand corner. This is Hypo Triple Het VPI TPAW Snow number 3 that everybody was looking at, the high red, high pink blushing one. So again, I'm going to cover her head with my one hand, and I'm going to pick her up with the other. So here we go. Quick authoritative movements, pick the snake up. And you can see she's still just a little bit tense here. So I'm not going to go reaching in there. I'm not going to poke at her and prod at her and stuff. I'm just going to leave her be. Let her kind of chill out on her own. This is a good time for you to inspect the snake. Admire the snake. Kind of look her over for any stuck shed or anything like that. Don't get your face too close. Once she's settled down, you can kind of take your hand and slide it underneath the snake. So you want to slide your hand underneath the snake like this. You can kind of work with her a little bit more. Baby boas, they do like to feel secure. So as you can see, she's kind of wrapped around my thumb here. We're not going to take that away from her. We're just going to let her stay all wrapped up nice. And there she goes. You know, if they don't feel secure, if they feel like you're going to drop them, that's when mistakes happen. So you just want to be calm. You want to be deliberate with your movements. You know, if you act scared, then they're going to take advantage of that. We'll try one more here. Turn this around. Alright, so this is one of the ghost females from that VPI T-Pause Sunglow to Anery. Again, we're going to go in with that closed finger open palm. I'm going to pick them up with the other hand. So, like that. Pick her up with this hand. Just like that. So this works as well for all snake species. This is a cranky little pastel double het lavender albino genetic stripe. And she is a striker. So I will risk a bite so that I can show that this method works. So remember, open hand, closed fingers. You cover the snake's head. Just like that. Now I flinched. Try not to flinch, because they'll probably get you when you pull away. But there you go. She's kind of ugly looking right now. Stuck shed. Yuck. We'll have to address that girl. So that method works for all snake species. You just give them that big target. Cover their head and pick them up. And Jeff uses that method with his big girls when they've had their litters. He doesn't use his hand. What he uses is a 2 foot piece of pink styrofoam insulation foam board, about 4 inches or 6 inches wide, and he just puts that over their heads and then he's able to work with them and pull them out. Works really well for him, so that's just another method that he uses. There is the hook method, but you know, hooks are, for snakes this size, hooks are really unnecessary. The bite, the shock of getting bit is worse than actually getting bit. And you don't want to be poking baby snakes. They are pretty delicate, so you don't want to be poking at them with a hook and lifting them up. That's how we get ribs broken and whatnot. So use your hand here. If you have to, maybe use a hook to kind of nudge the snake away from that coiled up position. But don't try and pick the snake up with the hook. Hooks are used to control the head. So I think for right now, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned a whole bunch. I'll try and update some more on videos like this. If there's anything you guys want to see, comment and let me know, and I'll try and take it. But don't forget to like Revolution Boas on Facebook, www.facebook.com /Revolution Boas. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below so you can stay current with what is happening here. I will talk to you guys soon, and adios.